Here we go. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on your Sunday evening. I appreciate you guys spending part of your Sunday evening with us. Forgive me, Thomas ran an errand, and I've got 3 kids at my door, so it might be a little crazy here for a little bit. Thomas should be back from running his errand soon, so I'm not too interrupted. But we're going to roll with it. I was texting Mitzi just a little while ago, earlier this afternoon, and I was telling her that I feel like the real start to the new year is tomorrow, because it has been, Super Saturday was so great. It was so encouraging. And now I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to start. So Super Saturday was awesome, guys. The information was great. We do have a full transcript of all of the training, but we're going to go over it. We're going to do a Super Saturday recap, and I want to open it up to all of you who were able to watch and just get your feedback too. What stood out to you? What did you love the most? I'm going to do a drawing too from everybody who commented on the post I did yesterday, and then we're just going to go through the Super Saturday workbook. So I sent that out. I sent that link. You guys can print this out on your own and go through it. And yay, Mitzi's got hers. I highly recommend going through all this. But we're going to go through it together too. And then I'm going to take this information and I'm going to put it into our units. And I'm going to start with like a PDF to I'm going to kind of do a breakdown of our system. So here's the system Plexus offers us. How do we implement this? So I'm going to put that in a PDF form. I want to do kind of just some examples, like some drawing examples of what it looks like. What does this look like? And so I'm really excited about that. And this will be in our units so you guys can find it easily. But print this out. It's got some great wording. It's got some great information, but it also just has some space for you to write out your action steps. Write out what stood out to you. Write out some commitments you want to make to yourself for this year. And just kind of some time for reflecting right before you hit it hard. I was really encouraged by one of the Double Diamonds. I can't remember who said it. She said, did the first part of January not go the way you wanted it to? Don't sweat it. You still have the rest of the month. And guys, this is it. I have stopped beating myself up for things not going perfectly, because they're not going to. But what I'm cognitive of, what I'm mentally keeping track of, is my growth. Am I doing better the next day? Even if that better is like a tiny baby step forward. So remember that, okay, remind yourself, I'm building habits. I'm building habits. And I'm not going to build habits overnight. I think they say it takes 21 days of consistently doing something before it's actually a habit. And then you have to just kind of keep that up. So give yourself some grace. If the first part of January didn't go the way you wanted it to, let's really kick it off and let's hit it hard and encourage one another. So let's dive into the Super Saturday recap. Such an amazing training. They really just poured into us. And if you registered for Super Saturday, and by the way, I am just taking the recap from our email. So this is the email we received for the recap of Super Saturday. So everyone should have this in their email so you guys can go back and take a look at it too. But if you registered for Super Saturday, you qualified to receive a discount code for up to 3 of your new ambassadors. So this enrollment code is $25 off. You should be getting this code in your email. I believe they said we should have it by the 13th, so that's tomorrow. That's Monday. So be looking for that email to receive the Super Saturday code. Let me just click on this and double check. Real quick, let's just do it together since we're here. Online, ambassadors, Super Saturday Live. Registration was open up until the 11th. Okay, there's a webinar. Hold on just a second. Sorry. 3-hour training. I just wanted to double check on the, it's not giving me exact info on the codes. So just keep an eye out for those codes. You should have you should receive them. You should receive them. So just keep an eye out for those. They should be in your mailbox, your email. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue. Also, in there, I saw that if you attended, oh, hold on, Ember's got something for me. Go ahead, Ember.
Right, I thought it was if you registered and used them before Super Saturday, then you get a whole, like it's refreshed afterwards.
So that's what I thought too. You get, right.
Get 3 more after that, 3 more.
Right. That's what I thought too. So did everyone, but then as they were announcing it, I got confused. So that very well might be the case that we got them if we signed up early. I think you're right. Okay. Go ahead, Mitzi.
This is Mitzi. Yeah, but however, I want to let you know that they also said that if you finish and use up all 3 of the codes before the 11th, then you'll get 3 additional codes. Plus, right, you'll get that special prize of some kind, which I don't know what that special prize is. But they didn't mention what the prize would be, so I'm curious about that as well.
I know it was a little confusing, and I was literally just clicking on the information trying to find more details, and it just kind of gave an overview of Super Saturday instead of the details. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to make myself a note, and I'm going to find the nitty-gritty details on that so that we know if we should be expecting codes or if the codes were already given and if there was an additional price. I will check on that. Okay, so Super Saturday, $25 off code details. All right, so let's go ahead and move on through here. Did you guys see the new sample cards? They are available January 17th. Guys, this was so encouraging to me too. Sending out a sample. So we're talking about, and when we say sample, we mean like a sample of Slim or a sample of Active. Those are kind of, they're easy samples to send out. They're all compact. They have great info. They're talking about balancing blood sugar, providing clean energy, giving that nitric oxide in our bodies, just helping that flow with the active. So these are awesome samples to give. Sometimes we call them jokingly and lovingly call them gateway products because when people try them, they're usually like, oh, they can kind of notice a difference a little bit more immediately, as opposed to like sending them a sample of Probio 5, where it kind of takes a little bit to get in your system before you're going to notice a difference. So these are head turners. These are something to send out to people to where they can go, oh, yeah, I did notice a difference. I wonder what the rest of the products could do for me. So sending out samples is huge. If you don't, and the diamonds were talking about this the entire Super Saturday, if you don't know what to do, send a sample. Are you stuck and you don't know what to say? Send a sample. Because you're kind of letting the product speak for itself. So these really cool product sample cards are available January 17th. You'll be able to purchase the Plexus Active and both Slim sample cards and assemble your own handouts. These new sample cards make it easier than ever to share your favorite Plexus drink and spark a conversation. So these are great conversation starters. They're getting product in people's hands, free for them, and then it's baby steps. So you send them a sample. They're like, yeah, I really did notice a difference. Then you can talk about, oh, well, we have either a sample kit. They can go and buy more samples straight from your website, or they could do the 3-day challenge for $19.95. And just say, hey, would you like to try the 3-day challenge? You actually get 3 days of product, and I'll plug you in for some support. And this is a great way to learn about the products. And it's only $19.95. So your first step is samples. Your second step is a 3-day challenge. And then you're moving on to either having them as a preferred customer or enrolling them as an ambassador. So that's kind of the sample card, is that conversation starter and that first step. Awesome first step. And I love that they've done these sample cards. And it will have product information. It's not just, here's a stick of Slim. It's going to have product information in there. So pretty snazzy. Okay. Is there any questions on the sample cards before I go on? Okay. So the enroll 3 and earn Apple AirPods or $100 cash. This is good through January 31st. So if you enroll 3 people this month, you can pick between AirPods or $100 cash. This is the other thing I absolutely loved from the Diamonds. They were like, no, it's not all about me and all about what I can win, but incentives are fun. And I'm proud. How did she say it? She said, she used a little phrase and I thought it was great. I'm not gonna turn down recognition. It was something fun. Recognition is fun, and being recognized for sharing health and happiness with other people is awesome. This is why Plexus does this. Did she say it? Go ahead. What did she say, Amber? Hold on, let me unmute you. I can't. Oh, there you are.
It was something like no shame in the something game.
Oh, that's right. It was no shame in the. It wasn't recognition. It was catchier than that. It was no shame.
Yeah. It's so
Petition?
close.
Competition game?
Competition game? I don't remember. No shame in the. Tony, do you remember it?
I think it was the recognition game. I think that
Was that it? No shame in the recognition game? Anyway, the point is there's absolutely no shame in being rewarded for your efforts. So so don't feel bad. Be proud of it, because why? When you come back to the why, it's not just, oh, look at me, I sold something and I got AirPods. It's, I shared health and happiness with 3 people. I am on the road to helping change 3 people's lives. And Plexus is going, we appreciate you for doing that. So that's, I love it. No shame in the recognition game or something like that. We'll have to find that. But I love it. Okay, so new and improved Consistency Club. I'm going to be totally honest here. Consistency Club has confused me since day one when they pulled it out. And it has been out for, I'm afraid to say, like 3 or 4 years. So I have been confused as to what exactly it is. Like, I'm like, okay, hold on just a second. Nope, out. Thank you. Go out and close my door. No, leave the exercise wall. Thank you. Hey, tell Aubrey she can put a show on. Okay.
Can we do Transformers?
Yes. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully that will keep everyone quiet for a minute. However, over this past year, like Thomas kept up with Consistency Club, like what it is and all that. Basically, it is just a reward for being consistent. So if you sign up 3 people and you keep your subscription on, and you have to do, basically you can either be in the 300 club, the 500 club, or the 700 club. So if for the majority of a year, I believe it's 7 or 8 months, for 7 or 8 months straight, if you are signing up at least one person, having 100 PV subscription on, then you're in the 300 club. And if you do either an ambassador and a customer, have, I think it's $500 of a subscription, then you're in the 500 club. Anyway, they give away, and you have to do it like 7 to 8 months straight. It's just rewarding consistency, and then you get rewards. And they change up the rewards every year. It can be $200, $500. They've given out $1,000. They've given out shopping sprees and all kinds of different things you can pick from. So check that out. It's not, the Consistency Club is not necessarily something I focus in on, because I just kind of like to keep my focus on just consistently working my business. And then if I make it into Consistency Club, it's kind of just icing on the cake for me. But it's not a huge driver for me. But for some people, that tracking and that reward system is a huge driver. So if that's you, that's awesome. And check out Consistency Club, because if that's going to be a big driver for you, where you're like, hey, I'm keeping track of my consistency, and then I want to see what I can, what I can earn and what I can win. Awesome. Check out Consistency Club. This is going to be something you're really going to enjoy. Okay, so moving on, we are officially launching Mexico on March 13th and celebrating with a grand opening event on March 28th. So learn how to qualify for cash and prizes as you pre-enroll new ambassadors. So we can enroll new ambassadors in Mexico right now. So if you have, think bigger here. Like, don't think, well, I don't know any native Mexicans. I'm not friends with any. Who do you know that frequents Mexico? Who do you know that vacations there? Who do you know that, that goes there on a regular basis? Or who do you know in San Diego that lives right close to the border? Contact them and share this. Say, hey, my company is launching in Mexico. So if you know anybody who's looking for amazing products to help with their health, or looking for a business to help with some extra income, please send them my way, because I would love to share info. So think bigger. If you're like, I don't know anybody who lives in Mexico. Think bigger than that. Who do you know that goes to Mexico? Who do you know that possibly has a connection in Mexico that could help you make that connection? Because it's a huge industry in Mexico, and there are so many people who definitely need our product, and who could use our business. So think bigger with that. We launch officially March 15th, but or March 17th, no, March 13th. And, but we are pre-enrolling right now. So what a great opportunity, because we're pre-enrolling, and then we can get them plugged into the training, and then they can be a part of the official launch.
I have a question. This is Mitzi.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm curious. So when they open on March the 13th, would that mean we can have access to the Mexican page, like their Facebook page, to see their calendar and all that information? Will we be privy to that information? Will it be available on March 13th as well?
That's what I understand. When they officially launch, it'll be just like when they officially launched in Australia. And we had access to, and they'll have the Mexico welcome packs, and they'll have the Mexico catalog, and we'll be able to see all of that. So as far as I know, that's what should be happening on March 13th. Good question. Okay. So with this launch in Mexico, we're all excited, and there's an international Me+3. So remember, Power of 3, Me+3, that's how we grow our business. And there's an international Me+3. So it's even more rewarding to be a global business builder. So international Me+3 is back, and now you can earn even more cash. Check out the new program rules and tune into the bi-weekly webinars starting January 23rd. International growth, it's intimidating. I'm going to be totally honest. It's intimidating to think about, because we often feel like, okay, I'm hardly keeping track of with our American welcome packs and our American information, and I'm hardly keeping track. So then there's an Australian catalog and welcome packs, and Canadian welcome packs, because those two countries have to have different welcome packs because there's different requirements through their equivalent to FDA. And so, and there's going to be a different one for Mexico. So it's a little bit intimidating, but I made a cool friend on Facebook. We're part of a similar group. It's a mom's group, and she lives in Canada. I had no idea she lived in Canada. We were just chit-chatting. We sent each other Christmas cards this year. Like, I'm growing that relationship, And I was like, this is really cool because I have something to offer her. So it's really exciting because it's not just if we meet people in other countries, we can actually share with them because we have something to offer them. So global international business building is really super exciting. It is going to take a little bit more effort, but guys, Plexus has taken a lot of the work out of it for us. Let me just show you really quick. I'm going to screen share. So bear with me here because I want to show you how cool this is and how simple it is. Okay, so oh, sorry, hold on. All right, let me get to I had not planned on doing this. This kind of just popped up in my brain. Okay, you see this right here? Look at this, guys. I am just hovering over the American flag, and I can instantly turn my page into Spanish, and I can instantly go to the Canadian website, Australian, or New Zealand. So I can click, and my entire website will change to what Canada offers. And I can send this to, so here it is, the packs change, the products change, and this is now a Canadian site, or I'm sorry, an Australian site, because I just changed it to Australia. This is how easy it is, guys. Literally, you're gonna hover over, you're gonna pick your country, and now you can send them, and do you see it right up here? It's .com.au for Australia. So then you go right over here and you can click it back to United States. Okay, so really, it is not that complicated. And we can grow internationally because we have all the information literally at our fingertips. I changed my website to the Australian website in 3 seconds. So that's what I'm like, this is so easy to do. We can expand internationally because Plexus has taken the work out of it for us, okay? Shannon, you just hopped on, so real quick, I'm gonna screen share one more time and show you.
Mitzi, I have a question.
Go for it, Mitzi.
Okay, so my thing is that, I mean, how do I advertise to other countries? I mean, as far as recruiting customers about the Plexus products, if it's not in their language. So I guess I'm just trying to say, should I join the, what do you call it? The international Facebook group made for Plexus, and then I can use their photographs and their wording in their native language.
Yep,
and
you are
pull that and send that to the customers who are international.
Yep,
with
that's exactly it. Would be utilize everything that's given to us. So really quick, let me just show Shannon. Shannon, I was talking to everybody about how to change their website into, all you have to do is hover over this flag, the American flag, and you can pick Canada, Australia, or New Zealand, and coming March 13th, you can pick Mexico. So it's very, very easy to share internationally. We were talking about how it can be pretty overwhelming to try and think about sharing internationally, but Plexus has really taken the guesswork out of it for us. So to answer Mitzi's question, yes. So how do you share if you don't speak French, Canadian French? How do you share if you don't speak Spanish? And that's exactly it, guys. We have an international Plexus Facebook page for all the training. Every other, it was just on our, hold on just a second. Let me come back to my email here. Check out the new program rules in our bi-weekly webinars. So every other week, they talk about international growth. And you can do the international webinars on Facebook, and or it might be Zoom. Anyway, international webinars every single month, twice every other week, and we can learn how to share internationally. And don't let this bog you down or feel like it's one more thing, but as you build relationships, don't be afraid to build relationships with Canadians and Australians and Mexicans. Don't be afraid to build those relationships. You have access to the information. So you have a way to share with them. So don't feel handicapped at all. It's just going to take a little bit of a learning curve.
This is Mitzi again. So in that website, when you click on there and change it for Canadian, it will do French language, and then you can share, like you can use the graphics and the pictures from there, like the product information. You can use that language to share because it's really simple and easy to say. That would save a lot of work on my part.
Yes,
just to be able to use that.
Right. So let's do an example really quick. Let's say that you met a mom from Canada who speaks French. And most of the time you're going to meet somebody, they're going to probably speak English and French. But let's say that their native language is French, and they really would love to know more about your information, about your product. So, you know, ask them, hey, I've actually got some of my product and the information is in French. Would you like me to send you some? Yeah, absolutely. If it's in French, that would be so great. I would understand it better. And so then you click your website, you turn it into Canadian French. You can either screenshot the info on the Slim, or you can copy and paste to send her to that exact website, that exact spot, so that she can read it all in French. So absolutely. That's how much of the guesswork is taken out. That's how much Plexus has put into this, that we can change our websites like that to share info with them. So absolutely. So love it, love it, love it.
Yay.
Yay. Yes. Okay. And then talking about convention, the last thing on the recap for just the info was talking about convention. So excited. All of the leaders say that leaders are born at convention. And I just have to, I was thinking today, you know, my story has been slow. My progress has been slow as far as thinking about, like Celeste Gwen, who made Double Diamond in 2 years. Compared to her, my process has been very slow. Because I've been working this, I've been taking the products for 5 years and working Plexus for 3. And I'm a Ruby ambassador. But guys, I will be the first to tell you that this has been the most amazing journey and the best thing that ever happened to Thomas and I, because it has taught us so much. It is literally character building with a paycheck. And I absolutely love it. I would not trade our journey for anything, because I wouldn't be who I am today without everything we have gone through. I wouldn't be the leader I am today. In fact, I would be scared to be a Double Diamond in 2 years because I wouldn't be the leader that I could be. So it would take me, I feel like I would have a lot more, I don't know, I'd probably stick my foot in my mouth a lot more. Anyway, but I'm so thankful for the journey that I've come through and that I've been on. So conventions, all that to say, Thomas and I have been to 3 conventions in a row, and they are all amazing. They are all worth your time. It's totally crazy, and there's a lot going on. The training is absolutely amazing. You get to see the heart of Plexus and how they care for their ambassadors. You get to hear their heart. You get to hear Alec and Tarl talk about why they do this and why they continually treat us so well. It really is worth your time to go. And I know, I mean, we have to find a babysitter for 5 kids. I'm going to have an infant with me. We're going all the way to Tennessee. But I'm here to tell you, it's worth it. It's worth it to go. Mitzi, do you have anything to add? Because I know Mitzi has been, and she's loved it.
I've went to 2 conferences the last 2 years, and I really enjoyed it. And I always come home from the convention really excited and feeling overwhelmed, but excited at the same time. But I feel more empowered, because Plexus has given me so much more than just a training. They've helped me to really build belief in the company and in their products, and they've also helped me to build belief in myself as well. knowing that I can do this business on my own. And it's not just a business, really. It's a lot more than that. It's more about freedom. It's more about the quality of life and making a huge impact on the community of other people. I mean, it's just very inspiring. So that's why I really look forward to all the conventions in the future. And I really strongly encourage other leaders who haven't gone, please attend with us.
Yes.
I mean, you will be blown away. Yeah, so that's what I have to say about it.
Shannon, do you have anything to add about convention? Let me unmute you. Hold on. If I can. Why can't I unmute you? Do you have to? Okay.
Does that work?
Yep, there you are.
Well, I've only been to the one, and it was a phenomenal experience. It was just power-packed full of just, and not to intimidate anyone, but just so much information and inspiration. And I mean, just this intense, frenetic energy, because you are surrounded by so many people who not only can relate to your journey and where you've been and where you're at, but also can show you where you're going. Mm-hmm. And it's just very affirming to know that, you know what, these are all people who are just like me, right, who had this reality once upon a time, and now look at them. You know, they're making it happen. They're debt free. They're living out their dreams. They're doing it to the glory of God. They're not just making their dreams happen, but they're making an impact on the world, and not even directly through Plexus, you know, on a health level, but I mean, setting up charities, helping people in human trafficking. I mean, just giving back. It is just a phenomenal effect. And I mean, just it's all encompassing when you go to a convention, and you're making new friends, community. I mean, we have new friends, Iris, Mitzi, and I. We have these great new friends in Canada because of it. It just expands your community and your Plexus family. And Mitzi said it best: when you come back, you've just you're emboldened. You've got all this confidence in yourself, and it equips you in so many ways.
Yes. Yeah, guys, that is, I love these ladies and their perspective, and for them sharing that. So I know I have mentioned it several times. Thomas and I are actually, we're going away this weekend. We're just going to go into Anchorage for the weekend, but it's our business weekend getaway. Because I told him, I was like, we have got to nail some things down and get on the same page. So this weekend, we are planning out an Airbnb. We're going to get that secured, and we're going to open it up so that our team can, this is our goal. Our goal is to find an Airbnb. I have 2 or 3 that I've been talking to people about. And so we're going to nail down one. Hopefully it sleeps like 8 to 10. So the goal of that is to be able to open it up to our team so you guys can, so we can just like not have to pay a ton for room and board. And then, but an Airbnb is so great because it'll have a kitchen, and we can bring food and kind of save on food too. So the idea is to get an Airbnb to where we can all kind of stay together, still have our space, but help everybody save money is the idea. Did you have something? Hold on, there you go.
Yeah, I have a brand new ambassador who is actually asking, who almost immediately asked as she was signing up about coming to Nashville.
Nice.
So
okay.
Just letting you know if there's space. I know I would love to be with you guys again, because I've missed you, and I would just love to be able to have that contact with you guys again after hours.
Yeah, some of the most fun was just conversations after, where we could go to convention and all come back to the Airbnb and chat and have that. So it's a lot of fun. So we're looking for one that can sleep probably 10, so that we can just open it up and get everybody in there. And it's a packed 3 or 4 days. but it's a lot of fun. And hopefully we can even have, Thomas and I will probably rent a car. So we're going to try really hard to get one in walking distance, but hopefully we'll rent a car. But there's going to be Ubers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, what? You're going to have a car? Oh, Shannon's going to have a car. Heck yes. Hold on. I can't unmute you again.
It seats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with seatbelts.
We got a girl with wheels.
Okay. 6 plus the driver with seatbelts.
Okay. Awesome. So Shannon will have a car. So we'll have a way to kind of get people back and forth and shuttle and things like that. So guys, already we're opening the door to make this much more feasible. So think that through, really consider coming to convention. They will have interpreters. So interpreters will be there. They will interpret the training. They will interpret all of because we'll have, I don't know how they're going to do it this year, but we'll have like the big main room where we all meet, but we might go off for other trainings, but there will be ASL interpreters there. So really consider coming. Okay. I really want to dive into this book. So I'm going to dive in. This is so exciting, guys. I have been praying for clarity and a system for our team. And I feel like I'm getting it from the Bob Heilig training that I'm going through, and I'm going to be sharing with everybody, and from Super Saturday. I wanted to hold off finalizing our units until after I went through Super Saturday to see what they were doing and what they were clarifying. So we have this great book that kind of just went through everything, and I plan to put together that outline and have pictures with it so that we can go step by step. So how do I share with people? We're going to, start there. This is the core of our business, right? Sharing with people, sharing health and wellness, building those relationships. That's the core. That's where we start. So I'm sharing with somebody and they've said yes. And you're going to send, so it starts with send, share, invite, right? So we send them a message. We send them a message and we start building the relationship. They've said yes. So now we're going to share. We're going to share a testimony with them. We're going to share a video with them, whatever we think is the right thing to share. If you don't know what to share, that's what our Renewed Leaders Chat is all about. You guys, if you have somebody that said yes and you're like, oh my goodness, now what do I do? I want you to hop into the Leaders Chat and say, okay, I have a gal. She is struggling with arthritis. She just said yes, that she would want some more info. What on earth do I send her? That's where you're going to get our support, and we're going to come in. Oh, this is in your virtual office. This is the wording you could use. Send her this testimony. And we'll all share with you, and you can pick and send her something. So share a testimony, share a video. But we're here to support you with that when you feel like, I don't know what to send her. And then the invite part. So as you move through and she becomes more curious, okay, so you've shared with this person, you've sent her a message, you've built a relationship, she has arthritis, and she has said yes to you sharing information, you shared the information, and then what? You're going to continue talking to her. Would you like some more information on this? Would you be open to me sharing about this? And as she's like, yeah, I really want to know more about this. I want to know, how much is it? How do I order? What is all that? We can help you through that as well. It's very simple. There's some great wording in here of how you're going to share what the cost is. One of the biggest things that the Diamonds were talking about is don't answer questions they haven't asked. And I loved that. I was like, oh yeah, genius. Don't answer questions they haven't asked. Don't start thinking, okay, so she wants to know the price, but she hasn't exactly asked the ingredients in Slim and what they do. So I should explain that first, and then I can tell her, nope, all she asked was how much it was. So you're going to just simply say, well, you could order the Slim as a preferred customer, or there's an option to actually get more product if you wanted to sign up wholesale. This is what it looks like. And that's it. You're just going to answer that question. So we can help you with that too. So as you move along with these relationships and you get questions you don't understand or don't know, that's what your team culture, that's what your team is all about. We are here to support you and help you through that. So Okay, so you're sharing info, and then if it's kind of stalled a little bit, this is where the invite part comes in, and the invite is so great. Even if it hasn't stalled, even if they're just really curious and they want to know more, but they haven't quite said, okay, I want to do the preferred customer, or I want to sign up as a wholesale ambassador, say, hey, you know what? We're doing a 3-day challenge, or my larger team in Team Fire is doing a 3-day challenge, or you can just say, hey, there's a 3-day challenge going on. You can actually spend $19.95 and get 3 days worth of product and kind of check it out. I can plug you into this challenge and you'll learn a lot more about the product. Would that be something you'd be interested in, or would that be something you'd be open to doing? And then plug them in. Remember, that 3-day challenge is a great first step because it gives them 3 days for $19.95, and then it gives them that $20 off coupon code. So then they are all set up to get a welcome pack after those 3 days. So this is that next step. This is just that whole step process. So once they actually sign up, and I know you've gone through all of that, but once they sign up, that's when the work actually begins. So you go through building the relationship, you go through sharing, you go through getting them the 3-day, then they're like, yep, I'm ready to sign up and do wholesale. This is why we say that this is where the work begins, is because this is where the follow-up is so key. So they have that in here, right, after they sign in or sign up for whatever they're doing, then you're going to follow up with them. And so the thing that they kept saying in Super Saturday is 3 products consistently for 3 months. You are going to walk them through using 3 products for 3 months. So whether that's the triplex, whether that's Slim, Active, and Ease, whether that's whatever it is, you're going to focus in on 3 products for 3 months. And you're going to literally hold their hand through it. So that means you're going to write them down on a piece of paper or put them in a reminder system. And every week, first off, you're going to get super excited and you're going to be like, hey, did you get your product yet? This is going to be so great. I can't wait for you to get your product. Let me know as soon as you get your product. They let you know that they got their product. Awesome. 3 days later, you're going to be like, okay, you should be getting started on this. How's it going starting on this? So every week you are going to be in touch with them. And you're going to do that through those 3 months so that you can help them get a great start. This is when you're going to plug them into Team Renewed. This is when you're going to plug them in to Gut Health and Happiness. Actually, you can plug them into Gut Health and Happiness way sooner than that because that's for potentials. So, but this is where you plug them into Team Renewed so that they can get the support they need from all of us. So they're going to see all kinds of info. They can ask questions, and then you can tag them in the units for the customers on how to change their subscription, how to change their credit card, so that this isn't extra work on you. It's already there for them. If they go, hey, you know what? I don't want to do the active anymore. I want to try MetaBurn. So how do I change that on my subscription? Oh, that's in our team page on Facebook. Let me tag you in that. I can show you how to change a subscription. You tag them on that, then say, let me know if you have any questions after you look at this. And that's where it takes some of the work off of you. You know exactly where to send them to help them change their subscription, and they know exactly what to do. And it's going to have like, how do I contact customer service? How, I can talk to customer service on live chat, or I can call them. So all of that's going to be laid out for them so that they have a smooth process. So it's really key that we plug everybody into Renewed chat, or I'm sorry, Renewed Facebook page. So that's the process. And then you rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You're going to be building the relationships. You're going to share information. So it's sending them a message to build the relationship, sharing information with them, inviting them to a 3-day challenge, or inviting them to an online event. Maybe it's going to be something else. Every once in a while, Team Fire will do some type of like health and summer event. Invite them to that if they're interested. And then once they sign up, you're going to walk through 3 products for 3 months. Walk them through it. And by the 3rd month, they're going to have it down because you've walked them through it. They know how to access their account. They know how to change their subscription. They know what they want to order. And so then it's like twice a month. You're just going to check in on them. see how they're doing. But they're also going to be plugged into Team Renewed. And so they'll be able to know how to ask questions and who to go to if they can't get a hold of you. That's the beauty of a team and the team support. So, and then you just rinse and repeat. Like, this is what our business looks like. It's building relationships, walking people through to have that solid win, that solid health goal, reaching their health goal, and then continuing to repeat. And on that third month, you're kind of, even before then, just feeling out the relationship, you can start talking to them about who do they know? Who do they know that could use and benefit from Plexus, and helping them get the same routine going. That's duplication, and that is residual income. It's not easy because you're talking about working through issues, working through detox, helping people, but this is what we do. We inspire people to better their lives through health and happiness. So, and you're not doing it alone, guys. There's a whole group of us, and we can tap into even more people, and you have customer service you can tap into as well. And there's such a support here. You're not alone. So anytime you've got kind of that panic attack, if somebody's going through detox or somebody's going through a tough situation, or their subscription went through and they weren't ready for it, hold on to that for a second, that panic, settle it down, write down the issue, and write it into the Renewed chat. Be like, what do I do? This is what just happened. And let us walk you through how to process that and how to fix it. It's happened to all of us. And we know that feeling of, that total panic. But remember, this is customer service. This is loving on people, and people are messy. So some of this is going to be messy, but we can handle it. And that's why we're here to support. Okay. I keep talking. I got to shut up. Anyway, please go through this. I would love to have a power hour really soon to kind of go through this together, because we did the recap and we've chatted about convention. So we haven't quite had enough time to go through. But at the very front, there's setting your intention. Why are you here? Why are you here? And having something you can remind yourself of. What's your 2020 vision for your new goals this year? So I would love to do a power hour really soon, to where we can kind of work through all this together and start setting up our list and kind of expanding our mindset of who we can contact. And I also loved the diamonds, as they said, don't think about people that you can contact. Think about the health issues that the people have, so that you come from a place of caring. So don't think about, okay, my aunt and my cousin, how many people can I write down on my piece of paper? Think about, what does your aunt struggle with? And so write down your aunt's name and what her struggle is, or your friend across the street or your neighbor, and then write down what their struggle is, so that you are approaching it from, hey, you just popped into my head because I know you struggle with this. Would you be open to and working through that? So don't just think about the person, think about the issue. What do they struggle with? And if you don't know, that's a great start building that relationship. That means if you don't know if they have a health issue or a struggle, or maybe need some financial help, if you don't know that, that means you need to put RB, relationship build, so you can find out. So that means you're not going to share Plexus right away. You're going to relationship build with this person. So anyway, okay. Any questions? Does anybody have anything to add from Super Saturday? He's so cute.
I got one.
Mm-hmm.
It really isn't much, though. It just ties in with what you were saying, I feel like, anyway. The whole not coming from a place of desperation.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Coming from a place of, how did she put it? Well, I feel like it ties in with what you said, but it also ties into the whole not caring about the no's, or not fearing the no's.
Yeah.
That was kind of a huge not epiphany for me. I think I had already kind of been gradually stepping up to that plate anyway, but it was a nice kind of lifting the scales completely from my eyes moment. It almost like it gave me permission to
Yes.
be free from that, because that has been a huge hang up. And I've watched other people in our various team and parent teams. I've seen other people maybe struggle with that a little bit here and there. And that was really great, being able to be freed from that. And so not coming from a place of desperation,
Right.
not only frees you up from so much pressure, but I feel like it definitely probably brings you to a better game, I mean, when you're relaxed and you're talking casually with someone and you're just cutting to the heart of the matter instead of so desperately trying to get the wording right and pandering and, all this other stuff that you may or may not do that comes from that place of fear.
Right.
People are like animals. They can smell fear. They can smell it a mile away. And you distrust that, you distrust that. It's almost like you feel like there's a shark circling you, So be free from that.
Yeah.
Give yourself permission to let it go, because it's going to come. It's going to come. It might not be them, but it'll be someone else.
Right. No,
And
I love
just
that.
later on.
That's right. That's right. A no is usually a not right now. No, I love that. Not coming from a spot of desperation. It was so good. It was just kind of giving you permission. You can't control the outcome anyway. All you can do is share from your heart and share sincerely. And you're going to say the wrong thing sometimes, and that's okay. We say the wrong things and we do the wrong things. And when they say you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, they absolutely mean it, because there are some people that I just plexus threw up on and they still signed up. So, so yeah, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So keep saying it. You're going to learn how to do it better. Just like riding a bike, you're going to fall down sometimes. Got to get back up. Does anybody, Tony or Mitzi or Ember, do you guys have anything from watching Super Saturday you want to share?
This is Mitzi. Yeah, I wanted to add a comment as to what Shannon had stated about the place of desperation, and also adding what the lady Barbara, I think her name, Barbara Fredrickson, the research about positivity and having a positive feeling and mood of having joy, and how that does influence the outcome. That was something. I mean, the past month in December, I'd say, well, it's probably November as well, November and December, I really struggled with emotions because of the holidays. And not only that, but because of my current situation with no family around me. I mean, my kids have moved out and it's just me. And so I'm having a hard time accepting that. I'm not used to that. This is the first year I experienced it. So with those emotions, kind of the ups and downs, I almost arrived to a point where I started to feel desperate. Until just yesterday on Super Saturday, when I heard about the positive moods, the research from that individual, Barbara Fredrickson, in her research, it talks about how when you experience positive emotions such as joy, contentment, then you will automatically see and create more possibility for your life. And I thought, wow, that just gave me goosebumps. It blew me away, to be honest. I mean, I'm happy to hear that. I really need that kick in the pants, just as a reminder that, I'm the kind of person who always shares joy with other people. People see me, they have joy. I mean, the past 2 months have been a struggle for me, and I'm happy to have heard that research. And that really was an eye-opener for me. about what I need to learn as far as really responding in that way with a positive attitude. So,
Yes, I totally agree. I love it. That was such a good one. Tony or Ember, do you have anything you want to share? Something that stood out to you on Super Saturday as we wrap up? Oh, nope. Okay. Thank you guys so much. There is the recap. Everyone should be getting the recap in their email, and then you have access to Super Saturday Live, so you can listen to, watch it. There's a full transcript. If you can't find the transcript, I can send it to you, so that you can kind of just read through that training. The diamonds were awesome, and it was so great. So, yay! All right, we have an amazing start to the week tomorrow. So give yourself a deep breath and let's start it strong. I'm so excited. Take some time, whether it's tonight or if you start your day tomorrow with this, and just kind of clarifying why you're here, what you're doing. Remind yourself of your why you want to do this, what's pushing you, and just remember to utilize all of, like, you're not in this alone. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So we're here to help and support you. And so, yeah, I'm going to continue to work on those units and continue to clarify that so that we can kind of have just that roadmap of being able to use the units and build our business. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me for a whole entire hour. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great week.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.